So I've been caught out time-wise because I've been doing hydrotherapy in the pool and we've got people coming around for a meal. So I'm gonna very quickly cook up some nice food for everyone. So tonight the church is coming round for a communion meal, and I'm a bit behind time, but I'm going to do a quick way of doing sticky kicking chicken. It's not going to be the normal way I do sticky kicking chicken if we're just having a few people round. Normally I cook it on the grill, or I would use cast iron pans, but this is a way to cook in bulk for a whole bunch of people. So what we're going to do right now is make sticky kicking chicken. So I'm going to put my chicken in one of these tubs. Got chicken thighs with skin on and bone in. Normally when I make sticky kicking chicken I do skinless and I do boneless thighs, and actually I wish I'd got wings instead. I think this would have been great with chicken wings, but it is what it is. Now I'm going to make up my marinade. We want Chinese 5-spice in this, right? A lot of Chinese 5-spice. So going to chuck in a whole load of Chinese 5-spice in this bowl, okay? Then we want some coarse brown pepper to go with it. Going to mix this up. Needs more pepper. The pepper's what gives it the kick, and the 5-spice is what gives it the Chinese flavour. And then we put a little bit of salt in. Okay, so I've got that over here. Put my gloves on. If I put my gloves on, then I don't have to wash my hands so much. Should really take my watch off for cooking. My ovens are preheating at the moment so that they are nice and hot. If you are going to do this with a chef's knife, bear in mind the paper bit here blunts the knife. I'm sure the plastic does as well, so it's a good idea to sharpen your knives before you cook, but I ain't got time for that. But normally I would sharpen my knives before I cook. Okay, now here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep my left hand as my clean hand and my right hand as my chicken hand, okay? So what I can do, I get these thighs, put them in here, and then my seasoning, just going to sprinkle it on, okay, with my left hand, and then rubbing that seasoning with my right hand, okay, and then turn them over so that I can get the other side as well. Now my chicken hand is starting to get seasoning on it, so I've just realized I should have first taken out 2 thighs for anyone who doesn't want the chicken flavor. In fact, let me just take out 3 thighs to be on the safe side. Okay, massage these spices in. Right, now next batch. The other thing I do is, if I find that when you come to cook them, it looks like it needs more seasoning, you just sprinkle a bit more on just before you know, when you put them on the racks, just before you put them in the oven. Okay, run out of space, so I'm gonna start just using this one now, I guess, using these 2 trays. Oh, I forgot something. Normally I have music playing. You gotta have music whilst you're cooking, in my opinion. For me, it's soul music. I have soul music, old school soul. But if I'm cooking with my daughter, then I might have pop music instead. But music is good. Music helps. The food tastes a bit better if you got some good tunes playing. Don't really, but it just helps make it more fun. You're being creative and you're listening to other people being creative at the same time. It's a good way of relaxing. Soul music, in my opinion. Okay, there we go. So now what I've got to do now is move the chicken over onto these racks. Now I'm using racks These are actually the ones from, you know, the grill. I've also got these ones, which were hard to find, but I found them on Amazon. And I'm using these because thighs have a lot of fat in them, and the fat is gonna drip down to the bottom of the tray. This way you avoid cooking the thighs. Well, I said it right, thighs instead of thighs. You then cook it right. Sorry, I'm getting distracted now. Do you know what? Because I'm thinking back to school days when I couldn't say my THs and I got a hard time for it from the teachers. So yeah, anyway, getting distracted, sorry. The fat goes to the bottom of the tray, so we're not cooking the thighs in fat, okay? So, because they will, yeah, it's just better. Healthier for you. Just kind of exercise as well, gentle exercise. I've already just been doing hydrotherapy in the pool, but this is just a little follow up from that, I guess. Oh, I just realized we've got the 3 leftover ones. These don't really fit. For now, I'm just going to put in the oven what I do have room for. So I've got both ovens on 220 degrees. I've got more chicken left and I don't have any space to put the chicken, so I'm just going to come up with a plan B for that. I've got the remaining bit of chicken in another tray I found. I'm just going to put this in the bottom of the oven. It's the only place it fits. It's not going to cook how I want in the bottom, but it's better than nothing. If I have to, at the end, I can get a cast iron pan out and then just finish these off, which might be what I have to do, but I'm hoping not, because it's just a bit stressful. I want to be nice and relaxed for our church communion meal. So here it goes in the bottom of the oven. And I'm just going to leave that now in the oven for about 45 minutes. And then I'm going to put sweet chili sauce on it. By putting the sweet chili sauce on it, it gives it a nice flavor, and then it will just have a few more minutes in the oven to caramelize, or caramelize, as my American friends like to say. Okay, so the chicken is cooked now. I got my sweet chili sauce, and I'm just gonna paint it on here. And I'm just painting the sweet chili sauce on to here. So as you can hear, there's people here now. And this is just the final touch to put sweet chili sauce on it, paint it on, put it back in the oven so it caramelizes for a bit. And this makes it taste real good. And now I stick them back in the oven. This is the extra tray of chicken that didn't fit. Which was a bit frustrating, it's kind of messed everything up. But so with this extra chicken here that didn't work, so frustrating. What I'm gonna do is get a cast iron pan. In fact, I'm gonna get 2 cast iron pans to make this quicker. Because these were at the bottom of the oven, they're actually going to be cooked on the inside, but on the outside they just don't look brown at all appealing. They're 83 degrees on the inside. So you got to be careful you don't measure by the bone, because the bone gets very hot and the bone will give you a false reading. Okay, yeah, so these are cooked, but they just don't look appealing at all. So what I'm going to do is cook them in a pan, just to make them a bit nicer on the outside.
Good, yeah. Yeah. How's the chicken, guys? Well, we haven't tasted it. But
Yeah, just make something up for the camera. It's amazing, isn't it?
Micah likes it.
Even Micah's like, this is the best chicken I've ever had.